Ready?
Mm-hmm.
We on?
We are on.
Here we are live at the Garland, Texas Smokehouse with Ryan Fontaine, live with his new smoker.
Woo! Look at that smoker.
Coming on with, what kind of flavoring are you using today, Ryan? This is a bourbon Dijon glaze that I made out of Jim Beam and Dijon mustard and honey and vinegar.
Nice.
But Jim Beam is the key.
That is the key.
And might I add, Ryan has custom built this superb smoker here.
That is one sweet smoker.
Secondary components, and he's got the full bar tray.
I can tell you right now, Sanford and Sons would be very proud of this.
Very proud.
And on this side, ooh,
oh, look at those ribs.
Good stuff.
Yeah, let's get a close up of those babies.
bring it home here.
Oh yeah.
What's on top, Ryan?
That is a rub. I don't actually put sauce on them. I just do the rub because the rub should be good enough that you don't actually have to have sauce on them as long as they're tender enough. The key is though to smoke them for about an hour, 2 hours tops.
Okay.
And then wrap them the rest of the way and let them cook for another 2 hours.
Is that what you're doing now? You're gonna wrap them up. So
and then once I wrap them, because you want them to cook in their own juice. Because right now, all that juice is just trickling down.
Okay.
So once you pull them out and you wrap them up, they're gonna sit inside that juice.
Okay.
So
we're trying to savor the flavor here.
Well, the key to a good rib is that you don't want it completely falling off the bone, but you want it to pull away. You want it to pull away where there's a slight bit of resistance, but not chewy.
Okay.
But if you have it to where it just falls off the bone, then you've overcooked it. It's too dry.
Oh, so most people
you lose a lot of your flavor.
Most people assume that falling right off the bone is good, but we don't want that to occur.
If you actually go to if you actually go to do contests, the judges, they actually have to take a class to be a judge.
A special technique of folding the foil.
Yeah,
measured on there exactly right. That's what seals in the flavor.
Now,
what kind of temperature are we using here?
You're gonna in the end result you want 250.
250.
Which right now, with this opened up, we're right at 200.
200. Okay. And with the sun on it, does that even bring it up higher or not really?
No.
Okay.
What affects it is wind.
Okay.
So any cool breeze will chill this kind of thin metal. So usually like big smokers are double gauge steel. So I mean you're looking at 2 millimeters thick.
Okay.
So heavily insulated. You can cook in a blizzard and it'll still smoke.
And that's more preferable, or?
Yeah. I mean for there's a guy I was telling you about. Jambo smokers out of Burleson. He makes all the big smokers for like all the big time cookers as far as competition.
Yeah.
And his is double insulated, double gauge, or double insulated steel.
Heavy like boilerplate kind of steel going on.
Like propane tanks. Like those big old like outdoor propane tanks.
Oh yeah, like
that.
These ones.
Yeah. Like that kind of metal.
Okay.
That kind of heavy steel.
What kind of wood you got in there?
Hickory.
Got some.
Tell us about the different woods that are preferable for smoking, right?
This is hilarious.
I love it.
You know what? I forgot.
We are live in Garland. Don't forget that. Garland, right?
Yeah, we're in Garland. Can't smell the water plant. Hickory is my favorite because it burns hot and it takes a while to dissolve.
Okay.
So I only have to check on this thing about once an hour, and then any kind of fruit wood, peach wood, apple wood, anything like that.
Okay.
Would work perfect.
And my camera lady wanted me to know why the bottom part is open. Is that for stokage?
That's actually oxygen, because I don't have dampers on this to control the amount of smoke that comes in there. What I've done was created.
Fire going on. Let's get a picture.
All right, let's get close up here.
What I've done was you create a. The oxygen flows through here.
Okay. It's a side burn.
So it fuels that fire.
Okay.
It provides more oxygen, which if you have more oxygen, you have more heat. More heat, you have more fuel, and so forth. So, and initially, it comes up to those two pipes.
Okay. That's interesting because I talked to a guy that builds wood stoves, and he said it's preferable for a side burn to occur with wood instead of an underburn. An underburn's better for coal, but not for wood.
Traditionally, on this kind of smoker, you wouldn't see.
Okay.
Nobody builds a smoker with the chamber below.
Okay.
They build it usually to a far distance.
Okay.
The problem is that I have with that is, yeah, you got your chamber down here, but you got no heat down here. So you can put your, let's say you're trying to cook up some chicken. Like the chicken down here is going to be done 20 minutes before this is done over here, because the heat doesn't push that far.
Oh, okay.
So,
but you have
putting it directly underneath it with two pipes going into the center, and it has these two openings.
Yes.
It only has one way to get out.
And it's drawing all your exhaust material. It has to go across the meat or under it. Does it go under it, or?
Yeah.
I guess it goes under it through the meat.
The exhaust
couldn't be a better design. Absolutely.
These right here are where your two exhausts come in. So these right here, your hottest points of the smoker.
Okay.
Are in the inside here. So you'll notice I keep everything out.
Okay.
Towards
this
the
is
side.
really actually a very well designed unit, because you're checking out, you're seeing where the flow goes.
Like when it comes to briskets. Okay, let's see how the briskets in here, how they're doing. Oh, yes. Now what are we cooking that in? Is that that's actually the majority of that juice is that. The fat.
Oh, smell most.
If you could smell this. Most people like to trim their fat on a brisket, and to me that you're wasting it.
Because the fat will get into
the fat will render down, and it just sits in that juice.
Goodness, that smells good, Ryan.
So once I've established, to cook a good brisket to have a good smoky flavor, you only need it on the smoker for about 2 hours unwrapped.
Okay.
Once you got it for about 2 hours at a good, decent distributed heat, that smoke flavor is already in there.
Okay.
You're not going to get that smoke flavor out. So at that point, then you can wrap it and just let the heat do the rest of the cooking. So traditionally,
it'll just stay warm here.
If I was doing competition, the only thing I sacrifice is there is a heavy smoke ring on it. There is.
Now, what do you mean by that, smoke ring?
Smoke ring is what judges look for in a brisket.
Okay.
And it's basically the brisket itself.
Okay.
The edges all the way around, you need a red edge.
Oh,
it's a ring of smoke. That's where the smoke penetrates the meat and starts cooking the meat. You see a heavy red ring around there, that means you've got a smoked flavor. And the heavier, the darker the red, the smokier the meat. And in Texas, which, Texas, we're known for brisket.
Yep.
That's our claim to fame as far as barbecue.
Okay.
So
brisket
have to have, brisket here is a big deal.
Okay, and then these are ribs, and then you have a chicken going, or 2 chickens?
I just got the one
just
chicken.
One, okay.
We were going to do some jalapeno chicken, but we just kind of ran out of time. We usually do that in like a Caribbean jerk sauce.
Okay. So is there anything else you'd like to tell us, Ryan, about
you know what?
meats?
This is the best part about a smoker. Okay? That. You never clean. You never clean.
That's seasoning there.
Yeah. This right here, this is a black powder coat that I put on these. It can't resist more than 500 degrees.
Okay.
But there's so much seasoning on this now that I can get it up to 600 and still won't affect it. It's FDA approved powder coat.
Oh, okay.
So it's edible. It's not toxic in any way. It's actually food grade powder coat.
So this is preferable. Now, how long does it take it to get to that point?
You need a good. See, this is my 8th smoke on this, and it's just now getting its flavor. See how this is black?
Yep, it's getting a nice patina.
That was red.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah.
This was all red.
Okay.
But it's getting, and you can tell on the insides of the tops there. they're sort of almost like a copper look to them now.
Yeah, I see the rim on the edge there.
That seasoning that's just smoked out, the hickory and everything else.
Yeah.
Now, I forgot the butter. This is the key thing to these ribs.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get it.
Okay. So in just a minute or two, we're looking at Ryan's going to be the buttering of the actual ribs here, and we're going to check and see how there's an extra layer on there for the full flavor of the meat. Right back.